We anticipate in the next 10 to 12 years, approximately 8 to 6 million Hispanics coming into the United States and 41 million Asians. You have been the majority minority for 400 years in this country. You have been the number 2 population for 400 years. You're going to get kicked out of being number 2. You're going to go right and become number 4. Now, common sense, even fifth grade education tells you, if you didn't get anything, you were number 2. You all don't get it anyway. You can guess what you're going to get. You're going to become number 4.
I haven't spoken this. Number one, the reason where the country are is because of immigration. We've been able to cherry pick the best from every single country. People who come here have determination, resilience. They are ready to stand up and work like the devil. We have 24 of our 100 children in our school today is Hispanic. The idea that we are going to walk away and not provide every opportunity for them is that not only stupid and immoral, but it's bad for America. They are the future of America.
Negro in the land. Through an act of Congress, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest. Which meant that it was willing undergird its plain Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land, they built land grant colleges. Government money. Teach them how to fall. This is what we are faced with. This is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
We are owed $104 trillion on the very low end, plus $735 billion recurring. This number does not include the cost of about 50 Black Wall Streets that were decimated, nor compound interest from 2017 when Sean D. Rochester's book, The Black Tax, was published, nor the cost of Black life, nor the cost of living increases, nor the war on drugs, nor the current day pandemic. The number I'm working with is for slavery, Jim Crow, and accrued ongoing systemic racism, oppression, and disadvantage in the country our ancestors built with their lives. Good evening on the West Coast. Good evening in the mountain. Good evening in the Central. Good evening on the East Coast. You know exactly who it is, family. Angela Nirvana, your hostess with the mostest on the Reparationist Perspective. I have no voice from the last show. I was lit, bringing you those A-Dots, hot topics, and making the case for reparations, making the case for weaponizing our vote and socializing our suffering. And this evening, family, round 2. Oh yes, we're gonna get into the agenda. It's getting kind of hectic. The roof is on fire. Yes, family, California is putting in that work. We are determined to get reparations, or at least the state of California. And as the way of California goes, so goes the nation, is our solemn hope and prayer, family. I'm going to share with you some comments I made at the last hearings, day 1 and day 2. I'm also going to share with you about the agenda. And I'm going to share with you a little sneak peek into what I'm going to impart tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Times. Okay, so you guys have got to tune into the Reparationist Perspective. I will be going all day. Now, mind you, you won't see me. You'll see the task force. But you'll hear me if you tune in at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, you will see and hear me if you tune. Well, you won't see me, but you will hear me if you tune in at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let's jump into it. Let me start since I've already got it pulled up. It's going to be rich tomorrow. It's going to be epic. And you guys get to weigh in. Remember, if you want to make a public comment, because tomorrow we're dealing with who should get the reparations. Now, I don't even know why that's a question, given that I can't benefit from CARICOM or anything that comes for the Africans, given they're colonizers, and that we are, in fact, the reparations for the immigrants who come over here and absorb all of our reparations in the form of monies and affirmative action. They're able to get more gainful employment. They're paid about $20,000 or greater than we are in terms of median income. Okay? They got it going on. They're not in the war-torn areas where the Glacier Donkey Race soldiers come and execute us by state sanction. They don't live there. They don't live there. When, what did I share? Let me just get into it, okay? I don't want to give it away. The bottom line is, this should not even be a question, and you get to weigh in, family, as to what you think those reparations should be. And remember, bring your best to the conversation. If you decide you want to chat from 9 to 10 a.m., they only give us an hour. We get 3 minutes apiece. First come, first serve in the queue. Now, if you miss if you miss tomorrow, Tuesday, you get another chance on Wednesday. Now, let me help you understand what I'm doing. I'm streaming it live. You guys are chatting amongst yourselves. I get to read those chats because they treat us like children and they turn the chat off. We had a meeting with the deputy of the Department of Justice. How dare you take offense to whatever we say? You don't understand us. You don't understand the way we comment. You don't understand the way we get down. People, listen, we are still oppressed. We are still living with the vestiges of slavery, right? So who are you to determine you're going to turn the chat off because your feelings and your panties are in a bunch? Never that. We're not children. And I get sick and tired of folks treating us like children where our reparations is concerned. But we're not here for, we will host a meeting and get you all the way together. So prayerfully in the not so distant future, the chat will be on. But in the meantime, when you tune in live, you can chat amongst yourselves. I get to read those chats and incorporate some of the things you say into my commentary, my 3 minutes the next morning. So I may be listening, but I literally am in court at the same time. I'm at work. I'm on the clock. At the same time, I'm live streaming. So you won't see me. You won't hear me talking. You'll see me chatting when I get a break from my different caseloads, okay? So let's get into it. It's going to be rich. From 9 to 9:05, the chairwoman Camila Moore, is a godsend to this task force. She's an international lawyer. She knows the reparations laws back and forth. Oh my God, she is beautiful and brilliant. I think she's either millennial or she's Gen X. Not sure which. I think she's millennial. She sure looks it. But yeah, she's going to give the welcome. Then public comment. That's where you get to hear moi. Okay? You'll get to hear me. Let me give you a little taste of what happened the last time so that you know I don't hold no punches when it comes to our reparations. I sometimes think I might need to change my name because I tell it like it is. I give them the BL blues. Do you hear me? I hold no punches. So the last time, this is what I said. Let's see here. I got to find those comments real quick. Task force comments. Okay. Now, this was day 2 of the last month. Professor Roy Brooks pissed me off. And what's the guy name from in Cobra? I had to get him together too. So basically, this was day 2, comments at the top. Okay, I says, my name is Angela Nirvana. I thank you for allowing me to speak. As an educated woman whose experience of institutional systemic racism is lived, not perceived. Someone had thrown that word out there. That rubbed me the wrong way. I found some parts of yesterday's meetings to be highly offensive. I couldn't sleep. Why is it that when it comes to some of us who are educated, we are so far removed from the grassroots that we've actually convinced ourselves that the majority of us will spend our reparations on Kentucky Fried Chicken? Now, that's what Professor Roy Brooks said. That was his concern. Let's not give them cash. Let's give them more programs. You want to know why? Because they can give it with the left hand and take away with the right to give to whites and immigrants. You know, like they did our affirmative action. And even if we did spend it on Kentucky Fried Chicken, that is, or 40 ounces, or hair weaves, or nail extensions, what's that to you, in the words of Jesus? This kind of sentiment from those who benefited from our affirmative action is unconscionable. You see, you can't have it both ways. We can't be smart enough to pull ourselves up by our bootless straps since our emancipation, and too ignorant to learn financial literacy, which is a part of our reparations demands. We're not just demanding cash repair. We have a whole Black agenda. As for how long it will take to repair us, that is not our fault. Had our 40 acres and a mule not been given to white folks by way of the Homestead Act for 93 years, had we not been lynched and burned out of our Black Wall Streets all over the country, we wouldn't even be here. It is not our fault the debt is so high. We're being lynched to this day by the egregious legislation or lack thereof that has afforded white folks and immigrants to share in over $100 trillion in household income, while 90% of us share less than $700 billion since COVID. And our ancestors' heinous chattel slavery was the seed money. The reparations I'm fighting for is for slavery, Jim Crow, and accrued ongoing systemic racism, oppression, and disadvantage in the country our ancestors built with their lives. Unakin to the benign neglect belief of our elected officials, anti-Black racist sentiment is the backbone of America, and we don't have enforced protections. And slavery still exists in the South. Check out the Cotton Picking Truth documentary on Prime and be mortified. Stop telling us you don't have the money to repair us. When I see this government giving away our reparations in the trillions on incessant wars, COVID relief, and to make immigrants comfortable while giving us Juneteenth and hip-hop holidays. Check out the New York Times bestseller, The Deficit Myth. And by one of the presenters' own international law definition of reparations, his name was Cam Howard from Incobra. What happened in Evanston, Illinois was a housing voucher at best, with so much red tape attached to it, I don't know if the 16 recipients were able to use it. I show up here like a second job to ensure that doesn't happen here. As for the chat being turned off because of alleged anti-Semitic remarks, if you can put a man on the moon, you can get a moderator for this chat or change your app. We are tired of these racist biases against our voices being muted via your inbox, while other groups have free reign to attack us publicly, physically, and verbally. To all of us on this call today, let me help you understand that none of what you're experiencing is your fault. We were lynched, burned out of, and legislated to the bottom as the anchor of this country's capitalism. Thank you for allowing me to share. Well, needless to say, they shut my mic right before I was trying to tell y'all it wasn't your fault. But I'm going to practice after this live to get it down to 2 minutes and 45 seconds, because I swear on everything, she included my mic check in my 3 minutes. So we're not going to make that same mistake. I'm going to make sure I crunch what I got to say down. I'm going to be speaking on the racial wealth gap and who should get the reparations. Okay, it's going to be epic. You don't want to miss it. Okay, come right back over here to the reparationist perspective and watch me show out live. Well, you'll hear me show out live. You won't be able to watch me, but you'll hear me. I hope you can hear me. The last couple times you couldn't hear me. But you know what? Just hang in there. Know that I'm getting it done. And if you want to comment, I left my Gmail there. You only get an hour. First come, first serve. So the action item is approval of the September meeting minutes. Witness panel is fire. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. It's just epic. Okay. So the witness panel number 1 is housing and education segregation. That's from 10:10 to 12 noon. We got testimony from Stephen Menendian, JD. We got Bobby Seal. We got Kawika Smith. We got Jacob Jackson. We got Rucker Johnson, PhD. And then the task force comments and questions. That's for them. That ain't for us. They don't let us talk. You could chat. And like I said, I'll read your chat and cherry pick from them for my comments the next day. Now, we break for lunch from 12 noon to 1 o'clock. We've got witness panel number 2 on environmental racism. So we've got Anthony Rogers Wright giving testimony, CNE Corbin, PhD, giving testimony. We got Helen Kang, JD, and then the task force does their comments and questions. Now, number 7 is potential action item, community of eligibility from 2 to 3:30. Then we break from 3:30 to 3:45. We had number 9, potential action items, subpoena power of the task force, 3:45 to 4:15. And then the last item is information item, Department of Justice updates, 4:15 to 5 o'clock. Baby, the only time I will probably take a break is lunch. So what I'll do is I'll bring it up like around, I want to say 7:55, as long as I'm back from dropping my daughter at school. She might have to take the bus. I don't know. We're going to have to see about that. And then I'll go live till lunch. I'll shut it down and restart it for part 2. But you only can hear me in the morning giving my comments. I will try, depending on, I will try to copy and paste what I'm saying in case you can't hear me. Because it seems to me like when I'm sharing the mic on their platform, you can't hear me on my platform. I would think you would be able to. I'm going to try something different tomorrow so you can hear me. But anywho, so that's that, family. It's a short live. I don't have all of my comments. I told you what I'm going to be commenting about in my 3 minutes. And I'm going to get it down to around 2:45 so I can make sure everything gets heard. Okay? Let's see here. So that's tomorrow. I will come back. Are you still selling reparations t-shirts sometime soon? Sis, first of all, that $100 donation, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell, but God bless you. Yes, I have t-shirts and hoodies and mugs coming. I'm still perfecting the logo that you've been seeing circulating. They will be red, white, blue, and black. I'm not really a fan of Teespring Satchel, but I'll put it up there. All of this will be linked, Miss Freelix. All of this will be linked in my website. So there'll be a shopping cart there for you guys to be able to customize whatever colors you want. If you want a hoodie or a t-shirt, it's coming like it's on the tip of my tongue. That's how soon it's coming. I just want to put I love you black and strong inside that logo you see. So yes, it's coming. Stay tuned. I will definitely be announcing it, and I'll have some to show up when I go live. You know, I want people to be able to see it, and it's just going to be epic. Thank you for that generous. Oh my God, you're even in retirement, and you blessed me so lovely the last broadcast. Thank you and your husband so much. Oh, I forgot to flash it, guys. Please like. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hold on. I forgot to fly my banner. See, this is why I need more than one of me. Please like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications. And if you want to Cash App or PayPal me, it's running in the scroll bar below. Like I said, Robin Freelix and her amazing husband, Trey, just richly blessed me. I'm so grateful to my tribe. Like I said, your donations enable me to educate the masses, advocate for ADOCs in the state and nationwide. It enables me to make the show nice and keep taking the show to the next level. You guys paid for the intro and the outro and the logos. You guys help me offset the cost of StreamYard. I can't thank you enough. Y'all are my tribe. I love you so much. B1, FBA, Friedman, ADOCs, Badox. I love all of you guys. I thank you so much for always tuning in and being the wind beneath my wings. When I see you guys in the chat, I feel like going on. So come back tomorrow, folks. It's going to be lit. Let me pray the prayer of protection that the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us wherever ADOCs and its allies are. God truly is, because, family, you are the face of God. You are the voice of God. You are the body temple of the Spirit of the living God. Until tomorrow morning, family, you make it a beautiful, God-inspired rest of your evening. Know that I love you black. I love you strong. Peace, family. Stay tuned for the outro. It's rich. I just love it.